This is Justin with Story Corner Options on May 15th, 2023, looking at SPX. And so we've had a lot of hammers. Like this day was a hammer and another hammer, another hammer. And today turned into another hammer, but didn't know that early on. We had an inverted hammer, did some selling off. Let me just see that. It's because I'm just diving right in. But I want to show you something that happened later on in the day that was a little bizarre. So short video, I'm going to try and keep it real short because it's late. All right, inverted hammer, we did some selling off, did some recovery, thought, okay, maybe we'll just run right back up into this, put in kind of like, you know, just some retracement back into the high. This kind of run up, ran up again. This is starting to look like, just some consolidation here. It's like maybe we'll get some sort of a rollover, right? Like maybe we'll do like some sort of a triangle. Well, no, it just continued to go sideways and then broke out and then was rolling back down. Here's what's crazy, okay? This roll back down here, I'm going to zoom back out, but that's what we're going to look at because I was in this bearish. It's set up just like how I like it. It put in on the put here. It put in on the put. Yeah, didn't mean to say that. Okay, so right around the $1 range here on the 4075 put that expired today. Okay, then it comes down to around the 0.3 price. Great, I'll enter there. It's right at a resistance, so like right through here, I'm getting in this bearish thinking we could just bounce. So I've got an entry at 0.3 and the target at 1.5. There's plenty of time left in the day. This could work. Totally didn't. Totally didn't work because we broke out. Well, when we break out and we go again in the opposite direction, the put's just going to kind of lose some value. Okay. So the put's losing value. I'm like, I'll just get out of this at some point here. But I'm not in so much of a hurry because there's been some of these where if I just hold on, maybe we'll get a bigger reversal. Well, we didn't really get a bigger reversal, but what we did get is this spike. And I'm telling you, this is actually a real spike. There's a number of other options that the same spike came into. And I know it's real because I was in this. And at one point, my put was 0.05, and I still didn't exit it there. Next thing I know, my phone dings or vibrate. You get the alert on my phone that my order filled. I'm like, what? My order filled at 1.5? How is that possible? We had this spike up right here. Something just flashed on the screen. Hang on. Let me pause share. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, don't know what that was. Medium share. Okay, so yeah, so this spike, it filled me at 1.5. I'm like, we must have had some sort of a flash crash. This spikes down, like it was only during this same exact candle. I don't know why time is not matching up. Maybe there are less candles during the day here. Anyway, it's during this candle. Like this is it. We didn't have a flash down on the SPX, but the option spiked way up. And the option spiked all the way up to 7. Like it's bizarre. Like if I had an option or an order set up at 5 or 4 or 3, I'm assuming those would have filled. Somehow there was an order filled at 7. I don't understand why. I don't know how this happened, but I was filled at 1.5. And so I was in at 0.3 and I was out at 1.5 for 1.2R gain. I mean, 120 bucks is the gain on that contract. I'm counting it as 1.2R just because I'm still doing small, very small risk, but I'm still counting that as the $100 risk. Anyway, I checked some other options. So like 40.95, same thing. It had a spike, wasn't as big. Well, actually, no. This is what was really extra bizarre. This one also spiked to 7. Like this is really strange. How would this option also go up to 7? Because this was even closer. Like, I mean, we weren't anywhere at the money, but we were close. 40.95 is 20 points closer. Okay. But then like the 4090, it had a spike up to 3. And the 4085, oops, 45, this one spiked up to 10. Now what is going on? Like I still don't know what happened. I don't know if this must have just been some sort of strange fluke sort of thing. I don't know. And all the times that I've been trading options, I've not seen something like this. We go out to the 4070. So I was in the 4075. If I go out to 4070, we got a spike, but it only spiked up to 0.2. So I'm glad I wasn't in that option because I wouldn't even have noticed. The only reason I noticed is because I was in it and I actually exited at a profit, which should not have happened at all. So somehow I had a winning trade. I'm like, maybe it'll happen again. So I actually bought the 4095 put thinking I'd rather be closer if it happens again. And we had this later in the day. So like it happened again. I guess I didn't have the order set up right to get out there because again, I had an order set up to get out at 1.5 thinking, well, I'll just, or no, I think I went a little wild. I think I set it at 5 and I didn't even realize this happened. But like somehow 0.85. Okay. So at 0.85, if we go down to a 1 minute chart, so somehow there was an exit or somebody traded this and it's just so bizarre. I don't understand how this even happens. But there's a tick here, and this is just really just weird to see. I'm on the 1 minute chart, and that spike up is real. Like it's still there, but it actually looks like a full wick. This is just a single tick. There's 2 contracts that were transacted. Right? Where's the volume? Yeah, volume is 2. Okay, the volume up over here. I'll circle it. And okay, the volume is going to show up right here in just a sec. Let me go back over here. Okay, volume 2. There are 2 contracts at the 0.85 price. Okay, so that's what happened. We come back over here to this spike up. There were 157 contracts during this 1 minute. I don't know where they all were, but my exit was at 1.5. So at 1.5, there would be like just a tick that's where it closed. I have no idea if this is going to stand, if there's going to be some review of it, and I'll lose that amount. No idea. But I just thought it was so bizarre. It's like I've never had this happen that I was in the right option for something like this and made a gain on something that should not have had anything near a gain. So I'm not recommending being in, just an obscure option, hoping like something like this happens because all we got was this move down. I'm not recommending that. But somehow I made money today by just sticking with what I'm normally doing, looking for, let me go back to the 40 or the 4075, looking for some support, some bouncing to come in around the $1 price. It's just even hard to zoom in on this thing. Right, so sticking with what I've been doing, with what I've been talking about, I'm looking, oh yeah, I'm on a $1, or I'm on a 1 minute chart. So you got some bouncing at $1, okay? And then we rolled down, and then we're way down here, and I get filled at 0.3, thinking, so I didn't get in over here. I'm like, that's still running up. We need to hit some resistance. Then we came in up over here. It's like, or no, even when we were over here, I'm like, we should come down to 0.3. We bounced there. And sure enough, we got to 0.3. So I entered the order over here. I think it was, oh, I have the time somewhere. Hold on. Let's see if I can find what time it was. Because I logged that stuff. 10:16. So at 10:16, I was filled. Okay, so on this candle right here, 10:16, right there, I was filled for 0.3. And then it didn't work. And so it just continues to lose value, lose value, lose value. And there's still so much time in the day, and these kinds of things, these kinds of bigger moves down are entirely possible. So I'll hang on to something for a little longer, even though it looks like, okay, we've completely gone the other direction. Yeah, go ahead and exit. It's fine, right? But if I had exited for 0.05, 0.1, even 0.15, maybe, that's all that I would have been filled on because that's where the order would have been when we hit that price, even on that spike. So it's just such a bizarre thing. Thought I'd make a quick video talking about it. He talked about it even more than I meant to. But anyway, another hammer day. Got a lot of hammers in this same range. We haven't bounced yet. We've had some of these be bullish gap and goes. So like on the daily here, this was a bullish gap and go. This was a bullish gap and go. Didn't go. Like went up a little, but then had a big selling. So something is holding this up. We're still in this range of that candle going months and months and months ago. We'll see what happens. But keep an eye out for some of these options that are a little further away, a little more out of the money that can have these kinds of spikes. Because then if you go into something that was like at the money, what did it do? Why did I take, oh, 41. Net 41. No spike. Nothing spiked up at that time. This candle got a little more volume come in, but I I don't know. I don't know what happened. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Hope this helps. This is Justin. Thanks.